With the season of Christmas upon us, we're talking with Debbie Sebastion, who's the campus health nurse at SIAST Palliser Campus, about students coping with the stresses of Christmas. Thank you so much, Debbie, for joining us today to share with us.
Well, thank you for asking me, Della.
Why do you think you see more stressed students around Christmas, or do you?
That's hard for me to say, because I do see a lot of stressed students, especially at the beginning of the year. There's so many stresses during that transition time. And when you asked me to do this interview, I actually approached a couple students and asked them, and they said the number one key that they felt was the stressor at starting the school was just the ability to get those support systems in place. You know, they're new to the community to define those support systems. So at Christmas time, when we come to this 4-month period, hopefully they've have those support systems in place. Exactly. So what I'm seeing around Christmas time that's a little different is that they've have those support systems in place now. They know where to go for some help. They have some friends. They've learned some coping strategies that may help them. So that's what I see a little bit different. And when we talk about students, we have such a variety at Palliser Campus. So I'm talking about post-secondary students. So we have the international students. We have the apprentices. So we have a wide range of ages as well. Yes. So we're looking at a variety of coping skills and stresses depending on their responsibilities, their circumstances. Do they commute? You know, right. So we have a huge variety of stresses.
No kidding. What are some of the added reasons for stress around this time of year?
Well, you know, Christmas time is not always a happy time for people.
That's right.
And with some of the students that don't live in this community, that are going home, that have been a distance away from home, there is that apprehension. I've got things I'm kind of in a groove here now. I've done either well or not very well in my classes. How are things going to be at home? What am I going to, what's changed at home? I have my friends that I've developed at school. How are my old friends going to accept me that have been away as well, and we kind of meet? Finances are a great concern for students as well, no matter what age group. And we know that even ourselves as students, not being students right now, but just the added go. So, you know, so they're doing their final exams, they're tired, they're exhausted. So their coping skills are down, the colds, the flu, the sickness, and that all is part of that stress. But just the apprehension, I think, of going home again sometimes, the sadness, the grief. Some of the students have lost people during that period of time and not been able maybe to go home and really grieve that as well. The mourning of not doing very well in exams too, that things are changed. They're going to have to make some big decisions here. So those are all things that I think add up at Christmas time.
Absolutely. What resources are available to the students on campus, and what do you advise the students to do?
Well, I really advise students to find out what causes them the stress. What's making them feel anxious? What's giving them, you know, I see a lot of, because I am the campus health nurse, I will see the physical symptoms. They'll come in, and then we'll go from there, we'll identify. So some of the resources that we have on campus, we certainly have counseling for both academic and financial counseling. So we have that. I really encourage them to we have a gym and a fitness center. I encourage them to take part in that. We have some on-campus groups. So I advise them what's on campus, what we can do. But also we have huge resources in the community outside. So I have the recreation guide, all those things that they can do to keep physically active and keep their mind, their mind on other things. But what I want them to do is identify what is causing their stress. Is it financial? Is it course load? Is it relationship? So what's causing their stress, and to learn how what their coping skills are.
Yes.
You know, Are they healthy coping skills?
Exactly.
Or are they not healthy? And then to develop some really good coping skills. So,
Excellent
so
advice.
that's kind of a wrap up very quickly.
Yes.
But they need to identify what's causing, no matter, you know, what stage of life they're in. They need to identify what the stressor is, how it's making them feel, so that they realize, yeah, this is stress, and then what they can do to help deal with that. And I think in the long run, that's a life skill, and it can be learned, those coping things. But Christmas is, it's not always happy for everyone, and it can be a sad time. So we want to identify that those feelings are normal.
Exactly.
You know, and if they're, you know, and if they're prolonged, then they need to seek some other help. You know, I want to be sure that if a person or a student is feeling really depressed or really down, that they get the proper help for that as well. So
wonderful. It's wonderful to have that resource on campus. Thank you so much, Debbie.
You're very welcome.